everyone, and welcome to another episode of Monkey Around Reviews. Today we have the Liwin portable air cooler with fan. The best way to explain this thing is kind of like a humidifier or a mist fan, but it's basically using air and water to cool the area around you. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what's inside. So we open it up and it is a piece of foam that's wrapped. So we're going to pull this out. Here we go. That's everything that's in that box. So this is the unit itself. We're just going to go ahead and bring this out. So it looks like it's just one, maybe two pieces here. Get rid of the foam and the foam here. So this here, this is the bottom. This is what holds the water. It's 600 milliliters of water that goes in here. Here is the fan itself. And basically, you have the input here, and this here is where the air comes out, and this knob lets you aim the fan. And then you got 4 buttons up top here. Looks like a little bit of a metal plug, so when you put it on here, it knows. Oh, seems like a magnet is holding that in. Look at that. And that's all I'm really seeing. Oh, and right back here on the back, there is a USB port for power, and then the power on-off right here. Speaking of USB, it comes with a Usbc cable. Instruction manual. It looks like German and English. And then a card that says membership benefits. Activate free for a warranty. So that's the whole thing. Let's move this out of the way. So the first thing we're going to do here is fill this up with water. So I've taken that off. This whole top slides back. And you're going to put some water in here. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I got some water in here. And they say to just use regular tap water. And then we're going to slide the top back on. Like that. Pop that in there. And we are good to go with that. Take the USB cable. The USB-C side goes here on the back. Like that. And then the full-size USB goes here into an adapter that you can plug into the wall. Like that. So, we're ready. So, like I said, this knob on the side, what that's going to do is let you adjust the shutters, as you can see there. And let me get the manual out, because there are 4 buttons. 2 of them are light buttons, so I just want to make sure that I'm going to tell you the right thing. So, the first button here that looks like a fan, that is your wind speed. There are 3 speeds for the wind speed. Obviously low, medium, high, and then there's off. So I guess that would really be 4. The next button here, which looks like a sun, that is your light, your colorful light. So you press it once and it turns on the color. You press it again and you can set that color. So if there's one color you like, you press it a second time and it locks it in. And then the third time it turns it off. This one here that has a little squiggly lines, that is your spray on and off. So that actually turns on the mist that comes out here through these 2 holes, which I guess I really didn't talk about earlier. So yeah, there's 2 holes here and that's the water mist. And the last button here that looks like a light bulb, that is the water tank light. So there's a light in this unit and a light down here where the water is. And then lastly, like I said, there's that button on the back, which is your main power on and off. So we're going to turn this on. So we're going to hit the button in the back. So obviously nothing's happening right now because we haven't used any of these buttons here. So if I press this button here for the wind, and it's blowing, you can see I don't know if you can see the fan spinning or hearing it. It's just like a low sound. Press it again. And it's speeding up. Press it again. It's on high. And press it again. And it's off. Now when it did turn on, there was a small LED right here that was showing you that it was on. So we'll just leave it on low right now. So this next one was the colors. So I press it once. And once again, an LED comes on here to tell you it's on, and you can see the color in here, and it's changing. So if there's a color that we ended up liking, we can come in here and press it again, and it locks that color in, and that color should stay. And if you don't want that color, you turn it again, press it again, and it turns off. So 1 is the fade, or the gradient as they were calling it, and 2 locks it in, and 3 is off. The next button here, we're going to skip, because we're going to go to the last button, which is the late down here. So I press that, and I don't know if you can see it through the front, but you can see it here on the side. And once again, it's a gradient coloring. And if we press it a second time, it's off. So the bottom one doesn't let you lock the color in. It is random changing through its gradient constantly. Where the one in the fan lets you actually choose the color by locking it in. All right, so we'll turn that off. Now, lastly, you have this third button, which is the mist. So we press this once. The mist is on. I don't know if you can see it, but I can actually see it here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it is misting. Now, this button actually has multiple features as well. You press it again, and now it's going to mist for 5 seconds on, and then turn off. And then it'll run again for 5 seconds, and then turn off. So it's got a nice little short interval in it. So right now it's off, and then it's on. And it's off. And then back on. So it's a 5 seconds on, 5 seconds off. 5 seconds on, 5 seconds off. Press it again, and it's off. So that has on for continuous, a 5 second interval, and then off. And so if we turn this up some to high, and we turn on the mist, and we point it at me, I'm going to angle it up a little bit, and I'm actually, we're a good 2 feet away here, and I can feel that hitting me. If I turn off the mist, I can feel that it's just air. Alright, so if I actually turn the fan off, so if you listen, there's nothing going, you can still leave the mister on. So I'm thinking, yeah, now I can actually see it in the camera. So you can see that this thing is blowing. So that's why they actually say it's a 4-in-1 kind of system. So you can use it as just a fan. You can use it as just this little mister here where it's kind of like a humidifier. Or you can mix the two together. You got this nice air blowing mister that actually kind of can cool you off with the water in the air. So now let's say you want to cool yourself down, kind of like an air conditioning, or more of like, I guess, a swamp cooler since it's using water to do it. You can add ice in here as well and then have some cold water being blown out, and then you're really cooling yourself down with this whole system. So if the water in the fan is not enough, add some ice and you're really going to feel some cool air coming out this, blowing at you. And as I was saying earlier, I was about 2 feet away and I was still feeling the air. I'm looking at just this mist blowing, so that's about a foot there, and it's coming out to about here. So I'm getting about 1.5 feet of just the mist without the fan on. If I turn that fan back on, just on low, it's added another foot. And medium, it's going a little farther, but I'm not able to really see it much more past here because it's getting blown away. Once again, this is the Monkey Round Reviews with the Liwin Portable Air Cooler with Fan. If you've used a cooler like this before, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. And as always, make sure you like and subscribe.
Hmm?